What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lewis. So back again for another video, man. Today we got a video uploaded by Jubilee. This one is, do all polyamorous couples think the same? Now, this is interesting because we're talking about polyamorous couples. It's not too often that we give and or shine the light on those individuals who do not mind being in relationships that are more than two people. So this will be interesting to check out because I myself, and I don't know too many people who are in polyamorous relationships, so this will be an opening of a new doorway of exploration for individuals such as myself who probably don't know too much about the polyamorous lifestyle. So with that being said, I don't know why I was just like whatever. Anyways, y'all let me know down in the comments, man. How was your day? Hopefully it was pretty good, but if it wasn't, hopefully this makes it just a little bit better. Jubilee, let's see what you got. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Everyone in this video was tested for COVID-19 prior to filming. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.
So every morning I wake up, I kiss both of them. We equally fight. When we make up, we equally come and we all start kissing. We like this. Let's set that little tray and kiss.
All right.
I get jealous when I see my partner with someone else.
Shouldn't they be partners because they're polyamorous?
3, 2, 1, go.
I would think not, right? Yeah, because like polyamorous, so it's like you probably don't. I would assume you don't care that much.
I strongly disagree because I mean, of course, jealousy is a factor in polyamory, but it's something that we just communicate about, and I do get jealous occasionally. Yes.
I think in other parts of our lives, like work, friend, family, we kind of like suppress that jealousy. You can't really act out on it. So why, when it comes to relationship, you can just go and act out on it and get mad at your partner for it, or tell them you can't talk to this person or that person.
I found through
Yeah,
polyamory
exactly.
that I like thrive off of love from multiple people, and I don't think I'm somebody to take that away from people I love either.
Yeah, I mean, that's weird. I mean, no, I can't say that. I shouldn't say that. It's not weird. People, people are different. But don't take that out of context. But I was about to make a point, and I was going to say whatever I was about to say is weird, but it seemed like I was saying what she was saying was weird, which is not the case. But no. Now just explaining that, I forgot what I was about to say.
So I feel that it would be...
Oh, yeah. So being able to, like, I guess living a life where it's like you feel like you got to be loved by, like, multiple people intimately and, like, physically, mentally, and, like, intimately, emotionally, and all that stuff is, like, I don't know if I need all those things in, like, different people, I personally, I don't know if I could do it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one person is enough, but, I mean, I don't know, I'm young, I guess, I don't know.
To feel jealous when it's something that I want. Instead, I replace it with a word even a lot of polyamory people don't know, which is compersion, which is like the opposite of jealousy, where I actually feel really happy when I see my significant other with somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I haven't been in a quad, right, where there have been 4 of us and we were all sort of internally dating one another. But I have had 3 girlfriends at once, and these were parallel relationships. While jealousy isn't like a super huge problem that I deal with, it can emerge from other things other than seeing them with someone else, right?
We've been married for
14
years?
14 or so, yeah.
13, 14, yeah, 14 years. Yeah, we've
Wow.
been married 14
We just realized that not one person can fulfill all your needs. Ingrid and I just dated for a minute, honestly. Like, we actually were friends for like a year. And
wow, okay, so it's all of them? I don't know, because, like, see, I like this kind of stuff because it brings up conversation. It's like, you gotta, like, because when someone says things like, oh man, I just feel like one person can't provide someone's needs. But then you have people on the internet, and just in life who are like, oh man, why can't I just be enough for so and so and so, or why can't one person, or why can't, it's like when people bring up like cheating and stuff like that between males and females, and it's like, why do you need to cheat, or why do that? But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Can you cheat in a polyamorous relationship, really? Is it like cheating just not telling them, or is cheating the act? It can't really be the act, right? Because, I mean, it's like, I don't know. See, I just don't know. You see, I don't know. If any of you guys are in polyamorous relationships, inform me down below. I don't know.
My family approves of my relationship.
Now
3,
this is gonna be interesting.
2, 1, go.
I was about to say there's gonna be a couple on the disagree. I figured that. Interesting.
Okay, so I'm actually like over here, like on the other side of this line, because I come from a traditional Korean Christian home, and me marrying a Puerto Rican was unacceptable. They pretended like he didn't exist, hoping he'd just go away.
Night before the wedding, are you sure?
2 weeks before the wedding, my mom was like, you know, you can still call it off, right?
Dang.
And so it was pretty rough, which is why I'm not actually out to my parents. I don't really talk to them very much. There's no way that I can even approach this subject, you know, which is kind of why I'm here today, because I want to show people, hey, look, we exist, you know, and it's okay.
Coming out to my mom, it took
Summer
actually
and
a couple
Cha-Cha.
years. And so her reaction was more of a curiosity where she was just asking me questions about it. I think her unconditional love was the acceptance of our polyamory, that now she's able to show it off and talk about it to people that they don't understand, and she's able to like, that's my daughter, you know, so it's pretty awesome.
While they support my lifestyle, I don't necessarily think that they quite understand it. When I have undergone separations or breakups with partners and tried to rely on my family for a little bit of emotional support to help me grieve those losses, sometimes I'm met with like, well, you got another partner. I don't see what the big deal is. Right?
Yeah,
I guess the way my mom has always seen it, she's always seen like I'm in a relationship where I'm like a slave maybe in the background, and these girls are telling me what to do and controlling my life, taking away all my money. I was really emotional during our wedding because I didn't expect my mom not to show up to the wedding. I thought she was gonna be in the background just like mad, you know? They've always done a really good job of going to all my sport events, to everything that I've done in life, they've always been there. Except for this one moment. Even our gender reveal, they didn't show up to the gender reveal either.
Dang.
On MyHeritage, you can build your family
Your parents,
tree and make
you know what I'm
amazing
saying?
discoveries about your family history
you know how
really easily.
They have their ways and they grew up a certain
You
type
can
of way.
cheat in polyamorous relationships.
Oh, they're gonna answer my question.
3,
Let's see.
2,
I wanna
1,
hear this.
Go.
Really? Now look, given that, I mean, he says no, so I'm assuming they probably mess around with other individuals anyway. But given that they said this and she said that and they said this, I mean, okay.
When you date somebody who's monogamous, right? Or let's say that they're married, and because you're polyamorous, they're like, oh, hey, look, you know, she's easy, or, you know, he's available. That's cheating. You're not cheating because you're being honest, but their partner is not consenting to the relationship that you're having with that person.
Okay, I
guess. It is still an individual
but
decision of mine to say, okay, well, am I going to involve myself or not? I mean, sure, I think that clearly they're cheating, and I may try to encourage them to, you know, like say, hey, you should tell this
Figure
person
it
what's
out.
up, but I'm not cheating. I'm not, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
do you really want the other partner to show up with a shotgun?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Because, I mean, we've dated girls before, and the second we find out that there was someone else, boom, it's over.
As a conceptual question, could you guys cheat within your polyamorous relationships? If two of you were to engage one another without the third one, would that constitute cheating in some senses?
Well, my answer, because I met them together, I don't see that if they were in the mood that would be cheating. That if they, if they told me about it or whatever, just because their relationship was what it was.
There's times where I'll start fooling around with her, and she'll come out of the shower. But before we finish, the other person will be there.
You can 100% cheat, and the reason being, like, we're open to pretty much everything. Like, we're allowed to have sex outside of the relationship, we're allowed to date other people, we date people together. But the problem is if you're not honest about it. If I just swiped on...
I mean, I can respect it, because, like, here's my thing. I agree in the sense that, like, I feel like if you're doing that, fine. My overall thing when it comes to any type of relationship, monogamous, polyamorous, cheating, no cheating, whatever, I feel like just be honest, man. Like, if you're honest from the jump and you don't like change up in your ways and you don't change up in your honesty or whatever, then it's like, it's not too many places where you can go wrong in the sense of like when it comes to like at least being morally wrong or right, you know what I'm saying? If you're at least honest from the jump. So if you're with a monogamous individual and you guys establish like, hey, we're monogamous, I'm monogamous, I'm exclusively messing with you. You should be exclusively messing with me, and that's that. You stat that from the jump, and it continues to go on that way. That's honesty, you know what I'm saying? I can mess with that if you say in the beginning, like, hey, I understand you want a monogamous relationship, but I'm not really. You're not really into monogamy. Maybe you're like you're a bit polyamorous, and you're saying there may be times where I may mess around with another individual. I'll always be 100% honest with you about it. If you don't want to deal with that, feel free to leave or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest. And if you are cheating, you are messing around, just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Either they're gonna respect you and maybe continue to deal with you afterwards, or she's gonna leave you and hope for something better. But the point is, at least you're honest. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal thing. But people can't even do that nowadays. So
Bumble, whatever, went on a date and I didn't tell her anything. That's cheating.
Oh, okay.
I want children.
I don't think.
3, 2, 1.
Oh man, she said strongly disagree. She said no. Oh wow, she was ready to jump on that. I feel like children would be such a weird dynamic in a polyamorous relationship, just because you're having, like, I'm not gonna say an influx of people just coming in and coming out around your whoever's kids it is, but it's like, and then they're forming these relationships and then kind of growing and having people. I don't think it's the best situation to raise a child in, but let's see what they say.
Go.
Ugh. Yikes. Let me hear.
Oh, this is not an answer. I guess somebody agree.
I went from wanting 4 kids to 2 kids to 0.
Dang.
Once we started paying bills and living in Los Angeles, I was like, I can't do this.
I'm of the mind of, if we have children, somebody has to stay home to raise them. I'm born and raised Puerto Rico. I came out here to pursue a career that I have successfully made a living off. She started her own business. Are you gonna give up your career to raise a child? She's like, no. She's like, are you gonna give up your career to raise a child? He's like, no.
It is kind of selfish on our part, and we understand that it's not the norm necessarily, but for us, it's worked out, and we love our life.
I want kids though, for sure, because I'm a big family person. I'm very oriented. I'm gonna get a little bit. I'm not person. I'm gonna get a little. I'll let you guys know a little bit, but I'm very family oriented in the sense of, like, progression of the lineage. You know what I'm saying? So I would want to have kids 100%. You know what I'm saying? At least a couple of them, because my family is pretty large. Not just like my siblings, but like I'm talking about just like family in general, like cousins, nephews, nieces, aunts, uncles, you know what I'm saying? My family's pretty large, like all over the place. So yeah, I want to have a family of at least like 2 to 4 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Happier for it.
I strongly agree, because I have a 9-year-old already. So, I just felt like it would be a little weird to be like, yeah, strongly disagree, right? I do think it's a separate question, though, right, of whether or not I'd like to bring more life into the world, right? And that's just something that I talk about and think about with partners and the like. But polyamorous children, or children born into polyamorous families, aren't necessarily protected by the state or the society in the same way that people born into dyadic or monogamous units are, who can access marriage, so on and so forth. So
she's only 21, I'm only 23, so obviously there's going to be some problems with that financially and stuff like that. But we do talk about having kids. I want a little boy and, like, to raise him, but I
can see why.
I just don't think I'm ready.
We never wanted to have children. We were probably on that side, way over there, And after discussing the whole marriage thing, we're like, well, once we get a house and we do this, we'll eventually take that journey. So we got a house, then we actually ended up getting married. Now she's pregnant.
Congratulations.
Oh snap! Congrats! I knew I saw a little bump there. I knew I saw something.
Center, even through COVID, that will allow all 3 of us in the room when the baby's born.
And then for the babies, we're gonna do like a power of attorney, so that all of us can have the same type of guardianship over the baby, any medical or anything like that.
We actually found that this year 3 dads were put on the same birth certificate for their kid. They actually wrote a book about it. I'm really interested in learning more, but with that means it's possible.
I'm in.
The Taliban can be on Twitter, but yet Donald Trump, one of the most popular presidents in American history,
the world
can't be.
is changing, man.
I am equally committed to all my partners. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, group in the back, what's up? All right. Ooh, strongly disagree.
I really am somewhere between these two. What about, is here good? I'm struggling with the understanding equal. I don't think equal means the same, so I know I don't have the same commitment. How I orient myself towards
Dr.
keeping
Justin
my
Clardy.
commitment.
I knew he, doctor. I could tell by this gentleman here that he conducts himself in a very knowledgeable way. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty, he's fairly upkeep, or upkept. You know what I'm saying? And the way he speaks, like he knows what he's talking about. You can tell he's aware of like the different terminologies to be used in talking about the subject. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he has a doctor title doesn't surprise me. But it's like, shout out to a brother, man. Excuse me.
Is the same.
So
it may look like to an external eye that I don't have equal commitments to them all, right? So
I think that's why you're on this side closer than on that side, is because you're willing to be present, whether it be for one or the other. Like for me, it's dating a male and a female. Like I can do Chacha's eyelashes, but definitely not Jimmy's. You would not dig that. So there's totally that difference, but like the willingness to be present for your partners, whether they want that same affection or not. That's why I think you're a little more on this side than on that side, even if you're not all the way over here.
Yeah, that's why I'm on this side too, is the fact that, you know, I'm committed to making my relationships work. I'm committed to that person and to bringing to that person what they need from me. And then if I can't do it, then the relationship doesn't work.
Openness, communication, obviously being like, okay, I have a partner, this is my main partner. Maybe they just want to have sex, or maybe they just want to go on dates or have somebody to cuddle with.
This is my primary partner.
She looks familiar, this chick here. Like, she looks like an actor of which I might have seen her on like a show or something.
It would be equal, and we would be on that side.
She's my nesting partner. She's my primary partner. She's the person that I have built my life around, and that's how I understood the question. It's not that my other partners are disposable. I mean, I will take a bullet for all of them.
So every morning I wake up, I kiss both of them. You know, if I'm mad at her, she gets mad at me. We equally fight. We equally come together. When we make up, we equally come and we all start kissing. We like this. Let's set that little triad kiss. And then after that kiss, everything's good, and then we go out to eat.
And to eat, yeah.
And I like to add, because I knew that hierarchy existed, so when I met them, knowing that she's a girl and I could feel kind of that feeling of if someone were to enter my relationship, how I would feel, I never wanted to step on her toes. For me, it was very fluid and open and okay, to the point where I like hyperactively wanted to make sure she was okay.
Even getting her pregnant, we all discussed it, and she was, you should go get pregnant first.
My future relationships will be polyamorous. 3, 2,
That's you know what I'm saying, because you're already in a relationship, so okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
If I could find somebody who covers every single base, which I honestly am not really sure if that's even possible. But if they cover every single base, wouldn't need another partner.
I piggyback off of that because
I feel like that. I like that. See, here's the thing. It's like people want so much from one person, and that's the thing when it comes to monogamous relationships and modern dating standards and expectations. I feel like people are expectations and standards are rising to where a lot of times, depending on, I could break this down to like a gender/sex thing, but I don't want to because it's not that time for this discussion, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, like so many people have certain standards, and it's like you gotta be on my level or higher, or you gotta be far exceeding what I am, you know what I'm saying? It's like their standards and expectations are so sky high rocket sometimes in what they need and crave and want, you know what I'm saying? It's that like those people of which they're like craving and wanting and needing more often than not aren't the type of people of which want to have or have the are the type of people of which want to be in a relationship like the one you're hoping or fantasizing about being in, you know what I'm saying? If you understood what I'm saying there, then yeah, but like, so that's the thing now is like when it comes to dating and like expectations and like standards, you raise them too high, it's like the people you want probably don't want you. Let's just put it like that. All right. At least not in that sense, you know what I'm saying?
Similar, right? So for me, I said earlier, right, like my polyamory is not a numbers game. It could be one person. It could be more than one person. My future relationships will be polyamorous. I definitely mean like sort of like this polyamory in principle and not necessarily in like number.
For us, we started out monogamous, and then we opened the door to polyamory. And
I personally think
and the idea
I'm
that,
more of a monogamous type of person.
Like Ingrid was saying, like, would you need another person? Well, we believe we would need another person to do different things with.
I would like my future relationships to be polyamorous, but I also understand that life happens sometimes. If you were to get married or have kids, you might not have the time to be in a polyamorous relationship. And also because we're open, I feel like any discussion, like you can talk to me about anything. So if my partner came to me and was like, hey, I think I want to be monogamous, I would definitely be open to that idea too.
So it's not necessarily that I will be doing this for
I
the
wonder
rest
how
of my life,
hard
but I
it
do
is
want
for a
the ability to
polyamorous
be
person
open to it. I don't want to be fully monogamous.
who's like a polyamorous person, because I feel like in the way in which they're putting it, like especially when she just says like I don't want to be fully monogamous, it's like, well, that's like, I mean, it's not necessarily cheating because you're being honest, but it's like I can't settle with one person, you know what I'm saying? So then again, is there really anything wrong with cheating, at least if you're honest about it? Because it's like, I don't know, this is interesting discussion, because like I feel like there's so many questions that could be brought about from this type of topic, you know what I'm saying? It's like the role of I can't speak. Polygamy, you know what I'm saying, in society, and like how it affects like the relationships between men and women, and expectations and monogamous relationships versus polygamous relationships or polyamorous, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man, it's just so many. I learn a lot like listening to these, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm just rambling.
But I guess I am open to it, like you said, with marriage, and there's many factors.
I
that go into
personally,
it. That's the only reason I'm not on strongly agree, but I would more than likely want to be in a polyamorous relationship, even throughout my marriage.
To be
well, that is officially a wrap for you guys. So
I learned a lot here. I really did. Like, this is interesting. Like, you don't really hear too much about, you know, polyamorous relationships, you know. Shout out to Jubilee, man. Spectrum, you know what I'm saying? Great video done by Jubilee. Yeah, that was really cool, very informative. I learned a lot, and yeah, y'all let me know down below, would you all be willing to partake in a polyamorous relationship? Are any of you in a polyamorous relationship? Have you ever been in one? And so let me know down below in the comments, man, like how the dynamics work, how long did it last, and are you still in that relationship? Are you in a monogamous relationship? What are some similarities, some differences, you know what I'm saying? Like, fill me in, man, because me personally, like I said, I've already stated this, but I think monogamy is the way for me. But you know what I'm saying? I'm also curious and interested as to like why it is people do what they do. So y'all let me know. With that being said, make sure if you haven't already, go check out Jubilee. Make sure you like their stuff, comment on their stuff, subscribe to their channel, turn on notifications so you get notified when they post. Come back over here, do the same thing. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Leroy Said So. Same YouTube channel. With that being said, peace.